doing the things I should, oh yeah, doing the things I should. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar, spend it as fast as I can. Wailing song and a good guitar, that's all that I understand. That's all that I understand. When I was a little baby, my mom, she said, son, go where you will and grow to be a man and sing what must be sung. You gotta sing what must be sung.
Do you know what? I remember the first time, one of the first times I ever went busking.
Gordon, was it?
Before, did I?
No, was it Gordon you were with?
I was I was on Princess Street inside in Cork.
Yeah.
And that time, it was the most disgraceful thing to be done. Because as I was standing there singing my song, my sister passed me on the street, but she didn't get far. Because sure enough, I ran after her down the street with the guitar over my shoulder, shouting her name. So there was no way she could avoid me, really. But yet, look, you think about it now, and today you're considered a respectable citizen when you're a busker. It's unbelievable in such a short time how attitudes change, eh?
That's all right, isn't it?
Bigger 5 years ago, now you're up somebody that's all right.
That's all that I understand. That's all that I understand.
Clon is the place to be this weekend for the All-Ireland Busking and Street Entertainment Championships. This, our second year, we're bigger and better than ever, and we ask you to come along to Clonakilty for a most enjoyable time. Buskers from all over the continent of Europe will be vying for the title of All-Ireland Champion. Preliminary rounds commence tomorrow, Saturday at 12 midday. We take a break at 3 o'clock when we feature for your enjoyment an attraction for young and old, the first time ever in Cork County, the Mocknoss Dragon from Galway. This is a 40-foot gigantic dragon. It takes 30 people to operate it. On Sunday afternoon at 1:30 in scenic Kennedy Gardens, the All-Ireland Busking Championships will take place. We're very fortunate indeed this year to have judges as VP Fallon of the Sunday Tribune and RTE, Noel Redding of Jimi Hendrix Experience fame, and Ray Byrne of Bone Idol. So it's an attraction for young and old. Clonakilty is the place to be this weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, for the All-Ireland Busking and Street Entertainment Championships.
Thanks be to God, that's all we're knowing here.
Yeah. My God almighty, the people mustn't get up here until about noon.
So unfortunately, Clonakilty, like lots of small towns throughout Ireland, the outlook for jobs is not at all good.
It's a town of population of approximately 3,000 people and it's got an unemployment number something in the region of 450. The amount of young people in town is very low. It's somewhere in the region of 20-25-year-olds. I'm actually one of the very few people that, for example, in my class, stayed around town.
The reasons we felt we should have a festival would have been the amount of unemployment we had in town. We had factories closing over a number of years. At the same time, we had a growing realization of the amount of talent that was available and around here and was totally untapped. The town as a whole certainly has a lot to offer with regards to music and music places. You'll have a lead into Kinsey, so you'll have 5.
Yeah, the sign for that as well. That's the first sign.
But it's basically street diversion, it's not closure, it's street diversion.
Well, yeah,
tour
yeah.
signs.
Well, closure of the streets and bridge, whichever. Okay.
What we hope to get from the festival is a good influx of tourists into the town. I mean, basically it's a buskers festival for buskers, but from my point of view, being in business, what I want is a lot of people to come into town and spend a lot of cash in town. And what the majority of people outside the committee want is that the influx of tourists into town and those people spending a lot.
Now it's your turn.
The Busking Festival is doing more for tourism in Clonakilty and in the surrounding areas than any other event we have in Clonakilty. Tourism doesn't just happen. You have to work at it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hold it now, didn't we agree specifically that committee presence would have to be at the headquarters at all stages, that would be one item of the thing, that we wouldn't let the stewards?
Look, I was left to organise it.
Yes,
No,
but let's go back to
I
the minutes. I
was
mean, you
left
were
to
organising within the parameters of committee direction.
Get up off your that arse.
No, we are true. The weather now is vital for the busking night. Now, the vibes from the buskers that I've met quite a few of them during the summer, like they're all looking forward to coming to Clonakilty. Last year, they were treated like dignitaries because it is the festival about buskers. They're not a sideshow or anything like that. So, I mean, weather, if we get the weather, and I say it will be the best thing that ever happened in Islam.
So that whoever is doing it, we can be telling them.
The buskers can have a good weekend. It isn't going to cost them anything. And that the people who come to see the buskers will spend the money. And the money that we will get from the people who spend the money in the shops, we will get it back and give it back to the buskers, and hopefully it'll keep rolling like that. And it'll become like the Festival of Fools. As a matter of fact, last night we've already taken an entry from an Australian with a 6-foot didgeridoo. So that's on.
We're digressing, sorry Tom, we're digressing. I'll come back to the didgeridoo aspect of it. I have to labour this point because we're within a day of opening this office.
Yeah.
And under no circumstances can we have just stewards. That was specifically yours and
These
Bobby's.
are not stewards. These are people who are there to do a job, specifically organised by me and by Bobby.
Look,
and that's it now, look, cut out the messing.
They're not committee, you see.
They don't have to be committee, it's a 6-man committee, I can't do every bloody thing.
If you go back through your own minutes, you'll see that you were specifically after agreeing to do just that.
And I have done it, and I have done it.
Right.
I can't go running for you everywhere.
But not within the parameters of...
Parameters, my backside. Now, it's as simple as that. You can do what you want. It's organised, I have it done. Right?
You're very edgy today.
I said that earlier.
Did you
I
get
said that
safe
earlier. Sailcart is organised.
Fine. Right.
I'm resigning.
No.
Good morning, Clonakilty. 1987, the second All-Ireland Busking and Street Entertainment Championships. You're very welcome to Clonakilty. Buskers and tourists and locals, everybody. It's all happening in Clonakilty this afternoon, starting at 12 midday. Any buskers in town, please check in now. Those that are not already signed in, make your way along here.
Oh, is this the busking office?
That's the right place.
Oh, right.
Great to see you. How are you doing? How are you on it? Long time no see.
That's very good.
Brian, great crowd over there.
Nice.
Lovely.
We'll never be very rich from it anyway. I mean, from
You
busking,
never
like.
get rich from busking. Because if you got rich from busking, you wouldn't bother busking.
That's true.
I don't want to get rich anyway, you know.
Well, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind to be rich for
I wouldn't mind a bit of
maybe
comfort and all the
tea or
rest of
soda.
it. Like, I know, yeah, but then you wouldn't be busking, you see.
I know.
We'd
Do
be
you
in
know?
our little
Nest.
luxury nest, yeah, looking out the bay windows, looking down on the bay, totally bored with each other.
Probably so, yeah.
Meal boats were taking us to, like.
It's all in the back there.
Oh yeah, you can have a steak, like if you want a steak, or...
Ah, well.
How long does the meal voucher last for?
It lasts for as long as you're eating the meat.
Do you think I get fat?
Awfully.
I say we'd have to give you the bundle.
I ask you please, ladies and gentlemen, to clear the roads because the dragon will take up all the space in the road. And we ask you to make a carnival atmosphere. Please clear the streets and make room for our own St. Patrick's Brass Band and show your appreciation for the acts as they pass by. It's carnival time in Clonakilty.
and the face still were engaging.
You had no singing pubs. When I was young anyway, anybody who started to sing song in a pub, he was told to get out because he was drawing attention to the pub.
But music was played around the countryside and...
It was, but certainly in the rural communities, and as far as farming was concerned, any farmer didn't want his son to be a musician.
Is that right?
No, because he was automatically becoming a waste.
Go on.
He was invited to
We're
thrashing.
all wasted.
He was invited to thrashings, and he was invited to weddings, and he was invited to hauling homes, and he was up all night, naturally, and he was playing step dancing, which was just as bad. He wasn't able to get up the following morning, and eventually the farm went, as they say, went to the
There was a group number 45. Did you see them with Clon? He was selling their album.
Oh, yeah, selling the album.
Go back onto your other page here. Number 42.
Which one's it?
The traditional ones there.
I haven't been down there yet.
No. Well, there was a fiddle, Nando, and Lara.
I thought about my mama. I rolled around, screwed around all day. I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned. I can roll my time. I got stoned. I got stoned. I missed it. I got stoned. All the old
They see a musician like that with long hair and rather dirty face and torn clothes. They say, my God, there must be a crowd of weirdies more than anything else.
They aren't all like that either,
Pardon?
you know. Not all of them are
I got
like
most
that.
of them are down along the street. Very most of them are. But again, I suppose they're part of their way of dress, and we accept it as such. I suppose if our Lord came on earth now, he'd probably dress the same and go around with a banjo.
No, you've said it.
He'd probably draw a bigger crowd than he'd
It was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah. But Little John brought the whole thing into perspective with the work he did all week, and the children of the town, and the whole, it got them, the families involved, and you could see the total reaction there.
Right.
So that's 9 theoretically.
Okay.
So we've got number 20.
This is where the fun starts.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got, I'll just reiterate what's the possibilities.
Right.
Number 36, you like that, don't you?
36, the girls.
Girls with the fiddles.
4 fiddles and the bloke.
2 fiddles, flute I have,
Was it?
Or whatever.
What do you think?
I'm kind of more swayed for the guys standing on the boxes, number 38, playing traditional music.
Well, now we've temporarily crossed that out.
The complaints were before the Dragon came out. And I'd say if you went back to the people who complained after the Dragon, they'd have been delighted. I mean, there was no...
Indeed. But in fairness, I think we jumped the gun on the closing insofar as we were a bit early.
Yeah, bullshit. If you had the announced road closure and the whole lot beforehand, they'd have been up in arms. Now they've seen what it's about. Now next year we can go for a proper road closure and have the job done properly.
Well, some people sort of wonder why I'm experienced. I used to be the small, hairy bass player with the Jimi Hendrix experience from 1966 till 1969.
Come on, Whitey. Come on. Oh, the good girl.
After living in LA for like a couple of years and going crazy, I thought I'd get a bit sane, and I moved to West Cork. I don't know how, but it worked.
When we first discussed coming to Southern Ireland, and also we should come to the southwest coast because it was tropical, you know, the Gulf Stream drift and all that sort of stuff. So with visions of palm trees and everything like that.
Well, when I first got here, like, it was after, I sort of like, as I said, left LA, and I was sort of going through a strange period of my life. I hadn't played for a long time. I stopped playing because I was doing lawsuits against the estate of Hendrix and trying to get my just money, which I never got. And I stopped playing, and then like they had these little things on Monday nights in O'Donovan's hotel called Getting to Know Yous.
The Southern Comfort.
Where Jimmy Hayes was playing,
Right.
you see, and I used to go in there and suddenly, like, after a couple of years, like, I sort of jumped up and played Johnny B. Good one day, and suddenly it became a regular thing, and I started playing again. Another band and I got ripped off again. Then
came back to Clonakilty.
Came back to Clonakilty.
Got put right again.
And I thought, well, why not work in West Cork? And I've been working here ever since and still am.
It's a lovely place to be.
Well, last week I was in Wilmington, Delaware, in America, doing a big open-air gig. But I much prefer playing in small, intimate type places with nice people, because it's much better than playing all these sort of big gigs, which I used to do in the past, because there was no relationship with the audience, basically. You'd sort of like be thrown into a caravan behind a stage, and then you were thrown on the stage, and you sort of played it where you couldn't see the audience, and you were driven off in a helicopter or a limousine, and never got paid for it. I play in West Cork in places like Glandore, Skibbereen, Clonakilty, Bandon. We do pubs, hotels, private parties, dances, christening parties, weddings, wakes, divorce parties, of course the Barras and Clon, and I just keep the hand in it, pays a few bills, so I'm still active musically, thankfully.
Commencing at 2 o'clock, we'll have the All-Ireland finals of the Busking and Street Entertainment. The sun has shot once again in Clonakilty, and of course the Busking Committee have a direct line to the good Lord himself. Weather is guaranteed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Clonakilty Busking Committee, I'd like to welcome you all here this afternoon. Beautiful sunny day in Clonakilty for the final of the All-Ireland Busker for 1987. Ladies and gentlemen, from the city of Cork, would you please put your hands together and welcome our first busking act of the afternoon, the Shandon Dunslingers.
Hello everybody, how do you do? We've come to sing and play for you. I'm gonna lay around the shack till the mail train comes back. I'm gonna roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Roll in my sweet baby's arms. Lay around the shack till
like this one. Pick up. It won't last very long, so you better clap quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Seamus Gray and friends, straight in the bar. Wonderful performance. Well done, Seamus. Nice to see you again. Anybody travelling to Cork City this evening with room for 2 buskers, would you contact any member of our committee here at the Emmet Hotel? Now, ladies and gentlemen, variety is the spice of life, and that's what we've got here for you this afternoon, because a very unusual duo called the Basin Street Blues Jazz Band, so please make them feel at home. They might be a little bit nervous. Okay, a big warm welcome for the Basin Street Blues Jazz Band.
One of my favorite tricks, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a minute, so don't go away. 3 flaming torches on a unicycle. That's it. It can be done. Here goes. I will juggle them. First of all, some photographs. Is that a zoom lens in your camera? It is? Yeah, I'll go over here if you want to take a photo. Okay. No, here goes. 3 flaming torches on a unicycle. Here goes. By the way, this is probably the first time this has ever happened, ladies and gentlemen. Not juggling 3 flaming torches on a unicycle, but juggling 3 flaming torches on a unicycle with the sun in my eyes in Clon. Here goes. Here goes.
Opted out something new. Why wouldn't you? That's what you wanted to do. How could you forget dreams we shared, moments shared? Oh, could it be that I was fooled as I watched the clown that cried in you? Someone I knew, forgetting that, my friend, I remember you.
And the judges will now go and deliberate, and we'll be announcing the winners and so on and so forth.
I'll give Pat a 3 if we all agree on.
Are you happy with that? And then it's between these two, isn't it? I think that's it, isn't it? You decided no?
Yes, yes.
Are you happy, Raymond? Right, I'll write out the list, right?
Right.
So, have in reverse order, then we'd have Pat and Una, that's the couple, and the girl singer with the marvellous voice.
Right.
Then number 2, we'd have Little John, who's the busker. He's a good vibe with children and everything.
Yeah, right. I mean,
They were the best.
But in fairness,
Everybody was the best.
Yeah, so the gunslingers were very good.
Oh, there's no, we were
that's the thing that I don't like.
Listen here now, we're talking, we've discussed the whole thing, it's all over. Why don't we just sit down and relax and have a few jars, forget about it. It was a wonderful day, most successful second All-Ireland Festival here. That's it, we'll have a few jars, enjoy ourselves, we can argue tomorrow morning, all right?
Clonakilty has the potential, definitely has the potential to be a great town. And I think it's up to us, the people within the town, to exploit that potential and make the most of it. I have great faith in the people of the town, and because of that, I can see Clonakilty being the tourist town in West Cork, if not the tourist town in County Cork, and eventually the tourist town of Ireland. I've no doubt about it. Absolutely.
Clon and the committee and all the people involved, like they're very ambitious with this thing. But like last year was very good, this year was very good. And they're all sort of like, I think they're all looking to the future, hoping it's going to put Clonakilty on the map, and they're all working very hard to do it. They're trying to actually make Clon some place. You know, not just Clonakilty, where's that? Like, oh, Clonakilty, where's Cork, eh?